Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into a truly unique exploration, one that's custom tailored just for you.
That's right.
We've received this really fascinating stack of research all about animals. Animals meant to symbolize or embody a subpersonality named Val. For anyone maybe not familiar, Val here refers to this powerful, protective aspect of the psyche. Think inner strength, unwavering loyalty, and the capacity for deep transformation.
Yeah.
So we're going to explore how the horse, the dolphin, and the swan each kind of reflect that essence.
And our mission today is really to unearth the most important nuggets, the key insights from these sources. We're looking at everything.
Everything.
Well, scientific facts, their roles in myths, history, even pop culture.
Right.
We want to find out what makes each of these creatures such a potent symbol and how they really connect to this idea of a Val subpersonality.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Let's see what surprising insights we can dig up about these incredible animals and, what they might reveal about Val.
Sounds good. Where should we start?
Let's gallop right in, I guess, with our first magnificent creature, the horse. Scientifically, we're talking Equus caballus, the domestic horse.
Right.
A one-toed hoofed mammal, really built for speed, balance, and just incredible stamina. They live, about 25 to 30 years, typically?
Yeah, around that. And it's fascinating, isn't it? A foal can stand up, even run, within an hour of being born.
Incredible.
That inherent readiness, that sort of self-sufficiency right from birth, it resonates deeply with Val's powerful, independent core, suggests this innate resilience.
Makes sense.
And when you look at their physical traits, that robust build, those acute senses like strong vision, great sense of smell, it really speaks to Val's kind of grounded awareness, a readiness to face challenges. They're truly designed for movement and strength.
And that power, it's not just physical, right? It seems to carry right into their cultural meaning, their mythology.
Oh, absolutely. Horses often show up as divine or magical in myths. You got Pegasus, the winged
It's
horse.
so creation.
Right. Right. Or Sleipnir, Odin's eight-legged horse that crosses worlds. They're often pulling chariots for sun gods, moon gods, that sort of thing.
Celestial taxis.
Pretty much. And across so many cultures, they embody strength, freedom, nobility. Celtic communities, for example, really held them in special reverence.
And that symbolism maps onto Val, too.
Definitely. It aligns with Val's aspirational qualities that drive for personal freedom, that noble spirit. And spiritually, sometimes they're seen as psychopomps.
Spirit guides.
Exactly, helping souls on journeys, which maybe hints at Val's role in guiding someone through, inner transitions or tough times.
Their historical impact is just massive, too, showing maybe Val's foundational role in things. Domestication started way back, around 4000 BCE.
Yeah, that's the thinking. Probably wild horses in Kazakhstan, spreading globally by 3000 BCE. And they absolutely shaped societies.
How so?
Well, they became central. Agriculture, trade, and of course, warfare. Think Genghis Khan's cavalry as a perfect example of how horses just amplified human power.
Yeah.
Even today, you see sturdy ponies vital in places like Sumba, Indonesia. They were truly the backbone of pre-modern societies.
Yeah.
Essential for transport communication.
And we see that reflected in art, too.
Oh, everywhere. From that 3,000-year-old Uffington white horse geoglyph.
Right, carved into the hillside.
Exactly. To medieval tapestry as Renaissance paintings, it just shows how deeply embedded they were. It kind of speaks to Val's enduring influence, how this subpersonality could be such a powerful, integral force, the foundation for moving forward.
It's amazing they're not just in history books. They're still all around us, pop culture especially. Beyond, famous racehorses like Man o' War.
Yeah,
Horses are everywhere. Car brands, Mustang, Equus, Bronco.
good point.
Sports team mascots, military emblems. And Pegasus, he keeps popping up, right? Fantasia, Percy Jackson, Harry Potter.
Still relevant. And there are often these noble allies in kids' cartoons, equestrian stories, symbolizing loyalty, adventure. Online, too, you see viral videos of wild Mustangs, riding clips. They still capture the imagination.
So what does that suggest about Val?
It suggests Val's widespread, maybe aspirational presence. A constant reminder of that inner drive, that untamed potential. Always ready for the next challenge, perhaps.
Psychologically, horses evoke awe, freedom.
Yeah.
Sometimes a deep sense of calm. Which explains why they're used in equine-assisted therapy, right?
Absolutely. And think of all the expressions we have. Dark horse for a surprise contender. Horse of a different color for something totally different. Hold your horses, meaning slow down.
Patience, yeah.
And in dreams, horses often symbolize energy, drive, power, all qualities central to Val. Sayings like, "on your high horse" or "wild horses wouldn't drag me."
Yeah.
They really show how deeply ingrained Val's attributes, like authority or stubborn resolve, maybe that inner strength, are in our language, our collective thought. They embody that untamed, powerful force within.
Okay, so rounding out the horse, Equus cabellus is the only domestic one, but there are wild relatives.
Yep, zebras, donkeys, and the Prtovolsky's horse, the only truly wild horse left.
And regionally, you mentioned Sumba's ponies are vital. Mongolia, too.
In Mongolia, horses actually outnumber people. They're absolutely key to the pastoralist heritage there. It kind of points to Val's adaptability, how its essence might look different in different places, but still keeps that core strength and utility.
And different cultures see them differently.
Oh, for sure. East Asia often sees them in the zodiac, the Chinese horse year, and as solar symbols. Indo-European societies worship them in myths. It's just a testament to Val's universal recognition as this powerful, vital force.
Wow. So the horse clearly shows us that raw power, independence, that untamed spirit within Val.
Exactly.
But Val also has this deep emotional intelligence, doesn't it? A capacity for healing, connection.
Which brings us nicely to our next creature.
The dolphin. Right. Scientifically, they're cetaceans, toothed whales, basically. Family Delphinidae, oceanic dolphins.
Which includes the bottlenose, Tursiops truncatus, the one most people picture.
And surprisingly, the orca. The killer whale is actually the largest dolphin.
It is. It's quite something. To think about the orca as a dolphin really shows the range in that family. And their bodies streamlined, powerful tails, that blowhole for breathing, it all speaks to this masterful adaptation to their world.
Their abilities are incredible too. Echolocation.
Yeah, for navigating, hunting, exceptional hearing, sharp underwater vision. These traits, you could say, resonate with Val's intuitive navigation of complex emotional waters, seeing clearly even when things are murky.
And their behavior is so complex, that really reflects Val's social intelligence, perhaps?
I think so. They're highly social, living in pods,
Yeah.
sometimes small, sometimes over 100. They have complex courtship, cooperative hunting, like driving food into a ball or chasing them on the beaches.
Wow.
And they use signature whistles, like names, to identify each other. It's just incredible.
That communication, that cooperation, it feels key to understanding Val, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It speaks to a deep capacity for teamwork, for sophisticated emotional connection, how Val can navigate social dynamics with real intelligence.
And their evolution is wild too, descended from land animals.
Yeah, land-dwelling hoofed mammals, believe it or not, about 50 million years ago. Closest relatives are whales, porpoises, and hippos.
Hippos. Okay, didn't see that coming.
It's surprising. Now, conservation status varies a lot. The vaquita is critically endangered, sadly. The Amazon River dolphin is endangered too. Bottlenose are doing better, least concern, but still vulnerable to pollution. Fishing nets.
It's a reminder, isn't it? Even powerful aspects like Val can be vulnerable if they're not nurtured or protected.
Precisely.
Culturally, mythologically, dolphins are huge stars. Greek and Roman myths, divine messengers, saviors, linked to Apollo, Poseidon.
Dionysus too. And in Hinduism, the Ganges River dolphin is sacred, tied to the river goddess Ganga. Polynesian cultures saw them as guides for souls.
That really speaks to their symbolism, right? Connecting worlds, offering spiritual guidance.
Exactly. They symbolize intelligence, harmony, emotional depth, healing, joy, freedom, grace, all that. As totem animals, they offer guidance, emotional insight, teamwork.
Modern zodiacs, too.
Yeah, associated with empathy, intuition, often seen as good omens, safe passage, emotional breakthroughs. This lines up so well with Val's intuitive wisdom, its ability to bridge emotional states or guide one through tough transitions gracefully.
Historically, humans and dolphins, it's complicated. Never truly domesticated, but trained by navies.
Yeah, for mine detection, recovery tasks. But our fascination goes way back. Roman mosaics, coins, temple art, Minoan frescoes. They're all over ancient art.
And there are actual partnerships, like with fishermen.
Incredible stories there. Fishermen in parts of Brazil, Myanmar, have long histories of working with wild dolphins to herd fish into their nets.
That's amazing.
Really is. On the flip side, economically, you have dolphin watching tourism, which can be positive, but also the capture for marine parks, military use, and those controversial drive hunts in places like Taiji, Japan, and the Faroe Islands.
That duality. It's striking.
It is. It reflects how Val's powerful presence can be both revered, respected, and sometimes, exploited or misunderstood.
And in media, pop culture, Flipper. Can't forget Flipper.
The classic TV dolphin from the 60s. Then you have video games like Echo the Dolphin, The Story of Winter, the real dolphin with the prosthetic tail.
Right, that movie.
Mascots, too, Miami dolphins, SeaWorld symbolizing speed, freedom, harmony, and they pop up in kids' stories. Finding Dory, for instance.
Online, you see those viral videos, rescues, dolphins playing, blowing bubble rings.
Loads of those. But what's interesting online is that dual portrayal. You see the empathetic, intelligent dolphin, but also this internet lore about dolphins being the jerks of the sea.
Oh, right.
And that duality, I think, perfectly captures Val's complex nature, capable of deep connection, empathy, sure, but also possessing this fierce independence, maybe even a playful assertiveness that can take you by surprise.
Psychologically, we definitely admire their intelligence, empathy, grace. We see them as emotional mirrors, sometimes social, perceptive, kind.
Yeah, and their language, their self-awareness, even that hint of moral ambiguity they sometimes show, it intrigues us. Leads to this kind of moral dissonance about their complex behavior.
What about archetypes?
Oh, definitely. The empath, totally in tune with feelings. The bridge, connecting emotional and rational, or human in nature. The free spirit, fluid, intuitive, and maybe the wounded healer used in therapy, but also exploited in captivity.
That's powerful, and in dreams.
Swimming with dolphins often suggests liberation, aligning with your deeper self, reflecting Val's journey toward emotional freedom. But seeing a captive or injured dolphin might point toward emotional repression, a constrained part of Val maybe.
We even talk about swimming with the dolphins for harmony or dolphin therapy.
Both literally and symbolically. And those newer terms like dolphin energy or dolphin brain, playful ways to talk about high emotional awareness.
Globally, the diversity is stunning. Bottlenose, obviously. But the pink Amazon River dolphin, the Boto?
Highly symbolic in folklore there. And the blind Ganges River dolphin, India's national aquatic animal.
And that partnership in Brazil still happens.
Yeah, wild dolphins cooperatively herding fish with fishermen. A truly unique interspecies collaboration. Shows Val's capacity for surprising, beneficial teamwork.
And the Amazonian folklore about the Boto turning into a man.
Right. A handsome man to seduce women, the legend goes. It shows how differently they're viewed. Western culture often romanticizes them, peace, joy. South Asia integrates river dolphins into spiritual life. Amazonian cultures see the Boto as mysterious. Polynesian cultures, spirit guides.
It really highlights how Val's essence-intelligence connection can manifest in such diverse, culturally rich ways, adapting its form but keeping those core qualities.
Exactly.
Okay, so from the power of the horse and the intelligence of the dolphin, let's gracefully glide into our third creature, the swan.
Ah, the swan, elegance personified.
Scientifically, genus Cygnus in the Anatidae family with ducks and geese. Big birds, 1 to 1.7 meters long. Huge wingspan.
Impressive birds.
Yeah.
Up to 3.5 meters wingspan, weighing 7 to 15 kilos, usually white like the mute, trumpeter, tundra swans, but you have the stunning black swan from Australia.
Known for that long, curved neck, obviously. Webbed feet, broad bills. Lifespan, maybe 10, 20 years in the wild.
Around that, yeah. Trumpeters can live even longer, up to 24 years. Primarily herbivores, eating aquatic plants, found in freshwater wetlands mostly.
That physical grace, it really sets them apart. Symbolizing Val's outward composure, maybe? That inherent elegance, even when life gets complicated?
Their behavior speaks volumes, too, especially about Val's loyalty and protective side, right? They're famously monogamous.
Often lifelong pairs, yes. They build nests on the ground near water, and they are fiercely protective of their eggs, usually 4 to 7 in a clutch. Both parents defend the nest aggressively.
Very protective.
Very. And some species migrate in large social flocks, like tundra swans. That fierce protectiveness, coupled with the lifelong fidelity, it just directly mirrors Val's unwavering loyalty, its capacity to defend what it cares about.
Conservation-wise, they're mostly okay.
Most species are listed as least concern, thankfully. But there are localized pressures, invasive species competing with them, pollution, habitat loss. It highlights Val's resilience, maybe, but also its sensitivity. External pressures can threaten its purity or its space. Culturally and mythologically, swans are huge. You can't avoid Leda and the swan in Greek myth.
Zeus disguised as a swan, fathering Helen of Troy.
Yeah, or that Irish legend, the children of Lear, turned into swans for hundreds of years.
A classic tale of transformation and endurance. And the swan maid motif, you find that everywhere. Norse, Germanic, Celtic folklore. These shape-shifting swan women.
Yeah.
It really speaks to their symbolic power of transformation.
So, symbolism, grace, beauty, fidelity.
Purity, too, and transformation. In Hinduism, the goddess Saraswati rides a mythical swan, the Paramahamsa, representing spiritual wisdom, discrimination. Celtic and Nordic traditions link them to sacred wells, the underworld, divine twins even. Suggests Val's connection to deeper spiritual insight, that journey of transformation.
Historically, they had a practical role, too, beyond just looking pretty.
Well, they were eaten. Considered royal food in Elizabethan England, a symbol of nobility. Not really domesticated, but definitely kept ornamentally in aristocratic parks and estates.
And that swan-upping thing.
Ah, yes, swan-upping. It's an annual census, basically, on the River Thames, done by the British Crown and specific city guilds. Dates way back to medieval times.
Wow.
It shows their protected status in Britain. They're still technically the monarch swans. But interestingly, in other places, like the U.S., mute swans are sometimes seen as invasive.
Really? Leading to eradication proposals.
Yeah, it happens. That stark contrast in perception is fascinating. It highlights Val's multifaceted nature, how it can be seen as revered and noble, or if maybe unchecked or out of place, perceived as overwhelming, even disruptive.
Media and pop culture. Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake has to be #1.
An absolute icon of ballet, and Hans Christian Andersen's The Ugly Duckling.
The ultimate transformation story.
Exactly. Teaches about belonging, finding your true nature. Boston even has its famous pair of swans, Romeo and Juliet. And the mute swan is Denmark's national bird.
Mascots, too.
Sydney Swans AFL Club uses them, symbolizing elegance, grace. The phrase swan song for a final, often brilliant performance.
Right, that comes from the idea they sing beautifully right before they die.
That's the legend, yeah. Reflects Val's potential for powerful impact, even at a pivotal moment. And internet memes often play on that contrast, the elegance versus the surprising aggression.
That blend again. Refined beauty, fierce protection.
Precisely.
Psychologically, swans represent elegance, fidelity, inner strength. We admire them, but yeah, maybe fear that territorial side a bit.
They embody archetypes like the loyal companion, the graceful transformer, that ugly duckling narrative, and the regal protector, with that fierce defense of their own.
And in dreams, seeing a swan
Often suggests personal transformation, grace under pressure, maybe protecting loved ones, and the saying Swan Lake, calm on the surface, paddling like mad underneath.
Huh. Yeah, I relate to that sometimes.
We all do. It reflects Val's ability to maintain composure, that outward grace, while working diligently, maybe unseen beneath the surface.
Okay, wrapping up swans globally. 6 main species. Mute, trumpeter.
Tundra, whooper, black, and black-necked swans. And the black swan, native to Australia, has become this huge symbol of uniqueness. It gave us the term black swan event.
For something totally unexpected, but with massive impact.
Exactly. Trumpeter swans are North America's largest freshwater flying birds. And while they're related to geese and ducks, swans just stand out, bigger, more graceful, longer necks, stronger pair bonds.
And cross-culturally, the view changes again.
It does. Western culture tends to focus on elegance, romance, transformation. Hinduism, spiritual discrimination. Celtic Nordic cultures see them as mythic beings bridging worlds. Royal Europe saw them as symbols of power and status. These different perspectives really show how Val's core qualities, purity, transformation, loyalty, get interpreted through various cultural lenses, but they remain universally resonant.
So what does this all mean when we put it together? It's incredible, really, how the horse, dolphin, and swan, each in their own unique way, embody these profound traits. Strength, freedom, nobility,
Intelligence, empathy, grace.
purity, transformation. It's a lot.
It is. And if we connect this back to the idea of symbolizing a subpersonality like Val, you see this really rich tapestry of attributes. You've got the horse's raw power, its grounded strength, that history of partnership.
Mm-hmm.
Then the dolphin's complex social intelligence, that intuitive navigation, its healing presence. And the swan's elegance, its unwavering fidelity, its capacity for dramatic transformation. These animals just resonate so deeply with human experience across time, across cultures. They reflect the multifaceted nature of Val's essence.
It feels clear they're more than just animals. They're like powerful mirrors, reflecting our own hopes, our strengths, our capacity for empathy, our understanding of transformation.
Which really leads to an important question, doesn't it? When you think about a subpersonality like Val, which animal's traits the horse's untamed power, the dolphin's fluid intelligence, or maybe the swan's transformative grace, which of those do you feel most strongly resonates with your own inner sense of resilience and loyalty?
That's definitely something for you to ponder until our next deep dive.